Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, giving you commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Before I get started, WWE Raw took place tonight in Houston, Texas. And before I get started with tonight's review of Monday Night Raw, I would like to first send my condolences to anyone affected by the Texas floods, and also my condolences to the family and all the fans who were affected by the loss of Bill Cosby show actor Malcolm Jamal. My thoughts and prayers are with the family at this time because that was a shocker hearing that he passed away. For those of you who ever seen this TV show, The Residents, or watched Bill Cosby before he became nasty, you guys know that he was one of the actors there. So my thoughts and prayers are for the family of that. And also, speaking of Texas, you've seen my review on my top 10 favorite matches from San Antonio, Texas. You have seen my review, some of you have, on my favorite matches from Dallas, Texas. But tomorrow, WWE will bring NXT to Houston, Texas, as Raw was in Houston. And I meant to do it earlier today, but I forgot. Sorry. So tomorrow, before NXT, a few hours before NXT, I will bring you, the fans, my top 10 favorite Houston matches. So be sure to check that out tomorrow as we pray for the soul of Trick Williams, who had an interesting promo during the commercial tonight of Monday Night Raw, saying that The Undertaker's legs have an expiration date and whatnot, but this is still The Undertaker. So, Mr. Trick Williams, I'm glad you brought the night service for all of the believers who missed the morning Sunday service. You brought Sunday night service to TNA or Trick-N-A last night. So, I hope you still have those people to pray for you because you're about to have a face-to-face confrontation, not a match, but a confrontation with The Undertaker. Maybe not that Undertaker. That one was much scarier, but The Undertaker. But with all those announcements out of the way, let's talk about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. First and foremost, I don't know if we're ever going to get a conclusion between two of our favorites, Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer. Everyone got to see the kiss of death and everything. For some reason, that move is a huge turn on to a lot of people. I don't know. That's your business. Nonetheless, we did not get a conclusion. And the last time, or the first time they faced off, was the WrestleMania after Raw after WrestleMania. And so it's almost like they are teasing that Stephanie and Io Sky, which is almost a dream match, which is why they allowed it to get ruined, because WWE has this thing where they want to save a good match with a good conclusion for the right time. And they did it. They did it with John Cena versus The Undertaker on Raw 2006, Raw's anniversary. They did it at times with some of the dream matches that The Undertaker had before we got conclusions. So they do that a lot. And it lets me think that we are going to get Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky, maybe at the exact city where they fought on the Raw after WrestleMania, Las Vegas next year, because they're going back to Vegas. So that's pretty nice. Wonder where they're going to go after Vegas, but I still think Vegas is a pretty nice city. So going there for a second time, who knows? It might be good. But who knows what can happen? I just want to see them on a good stage, finally get a conclusion, because Stephanie and Io are awesome in the ring together, but it got ruined by Chelsea Green and the Hervis, rescued by Rhea Ripley. Thanks also in part to Naomi for ruining it. We have seen some very hilarious backstage segments with Simp 19 Dom and AJ Styles, who pretended to be a doctor at ringside during the tag team match between Bailey and Valkyra. Bailey, my thoughts are with her. She is still on a losing streak. But Judgment Day's Raquel and Roxanne are doing well. However, for those of you who have been watching social media over the weekend, you know about the Coldplay meme that has been going viral. And many people use that to make fun of past affairs such as Edge and Matt Hardy. We also recently saw on social media Finn Balor putting Simp19 Dom and Roxanne Perez. But hey, this is Dominic. He cheated on Rhea, so he'll probably cheat on Liv. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I'm just playing, but in any event, they have been taking that Coldplay meme and making it. You know what else I thought of? I got to tell you guys what I was really thinking. You guys want to know what I'm really thinking? When it comes to the Coldplay meme, I was actually thinking, I don't know if y'all ready for this, but you guys will understand. Booker T, Stephanie Vakir, Coldplay meme. Because that's the way he acts all the time when he's on NXT with her. Of course, I'm not endorsing cheating, so I wouldn't necessarily do that because he's married in real life, and I don't know how Booker T is not on the couch. I've been saying it for many Tuesdays. How is Booker T not on the couch? So, you know what? No, don't. Guys, I'm not trying to endorse cheating, so if you guys do not say this was my idea, if you decide to put Stephanie Bakir and Booker T's face in that Coldplay meme, I had nothing to do with that. I was just saying I know somebody's going to do it, but I'm not endorsing it. I don't endorse cheating. Just like Kurt Angle, you know what? If Kurt Angle cheats again, he's going to get kicked below the belt again. Every time Kurt Angle messes with someone's wife, he ends up getting kicked below the belt. No offense, sir. But in any event, moving forward, we have that going on. LWO is contenders for the championship. Simp19 Dom will be facing AJ Styles after a sneak attack, although I really enjoyed the mind games of AJ Styles. I enjoyed AJ Styles last night at Slammiversary, bringing his old TNA theme back, although AJ for some reason was sick of it. I'm glad he brought it back. Now that we're done talking about memes, we have Karrion Kross. At least Karrion Kross is busy, and this time he actually got a win. Although I am a Sami Zayn fan, as many of us are, Kross did need that victory, so congratulations to Kross, although he had help from his wife and a baseball that he probably got from one of the players. Then let's talk about the main event. We have, first off, great to see CM Punk opening the show with Gunter. I'm looking forward to that match. I think that match is going to be pretty good to watch. I don't know who's going to win, but I'm looking forward to seeing CM Punk versus the great technical wrestler Gunter in the ring. Let's see what happens. Tonight we had the Oracle, as he likes to call himself, or the Dumb Oracle, Paul Heyman, coming in to make some words before Roman Reigns didn't let him get enough words out. However, Roman Reigns decided, no, I'm not buying into your crap. We're not getting together, and we're not going to align himself now that Seth Rollins is out. And what's crazy is if Seth Rollins had not got hurt, we would have got Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, according to rumors. Now, I don't know if this is true, and I am very cautious not to believe everything that some media says, because some people like to spread rumors and tell lies. So I don't know for sure, but there's a small rumor going around that Roman and Seth were actually supposed to wrestle at SummerSlam. I don't know. Going forth, however, I think we're going to get Jay and Roman versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Although I do think Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker would make one heck of a match. And Roman, after he cut his promo about how the bloodline really works, and then called Paul Heyman a dummy. By the way, I have to be careful how I say this, but there is a song by Dennis Wright called Dummy. Somebody make a tribute to Paul Heyman and have the song You're a Dummy, You're a Dummy, a grade A, number one, bona fide, first class. Of course, he didn't say dummy, he said something else, but I can't repeat that because of swearing. Nonetheless, Roman called Paul a dummy. I don't know what more to call. We're just calling Paul Heyman names. We have Paul Heyman was once a Warriors 10, 13 years ago. Then he's a Penguin. Now he's a dummy. We're just picking on the evil Paul Heyman tonight, aren't we? Nonetheless, Jey Uso made the save after an attempted attack by the Oracle's group. And I think we're going to get a tag team match. We have a lot of tag team action at SummerSlam, and I think we're going to get some more. So let me know in the comments below what you think about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm your host, Daniel Cody. And remember, tomorrow I will be giving you a review on my top 10 favorite wrestling matches to take place from the city of Houston, Texas. And until next time, have a great night, everyone, and I will see you next time.